Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate your support. So today's video as I shop my stash is going up early. I plan to do these every 2 weeks now. So we've gone from doing them weekly. I used to do them every fortnight actually. So we've gone from doing them weekly to monthly and back to fortnightly. Eventually we might go back to doing them weekly. But yeah, I've got a lot to talk to you about, so I think I'm just going to get into it. But today I thought we would go over all this that's on top first. Normally I go through the drawers, don't I? So let's talk about palettes first, the most exciting thing, I feel like anyway. Let me get them all. Right. So we'll talk about them as we use them. And I do have a few pictures so we can put them on as well. Right, so now you need to be taken down a bit. Okay, that's better. So first of all, we've got Colourpop in the Limelight. Now this was a late birthday gift of my sister, and I'm glad that she did buy it me, because I don't think this was released on my actual birthday in February, so I'm glad it was a late birthday gift. So let me show you what it looks like. We got it from Beauty Boxes by Tammy. We didn't order it from Colourpop. So isn't it beautiful? I did some beautiful looks with this palette and I am so impressed with it. I absolutely loved all of the shimmers. This one was one of my favourites. That's in the shade Booked, and I really like Playdate and I like Palm. So all three shimmers I really liked. I loved Star Power for Inner Corner. So yeah, the only thing I would say, guys, is these green mattes, like Almost Famous, you can barely see it on your eyelid, and I had a white base down. Miami, again, you have to build it up, and that one's got like hard pan. After Party is quite pigmented though. So yeah, I just used all three greens when I was doing that first look, which you will have seen if you've already watched it. If you've not, I will try and leave it somewhere in the video so you can go and check it out. So yeah, really enjoyed that one. That's going back in the collection. Yeah, then I used the Jefree Star Mini Breaker. Really loved this palette so much. I loved this palette more than I thought I was going to love it. I did an orange look and I absolutely loved. Made me want to pull out an orange palette for this fortnight coming. So what we did is we went in with Double Scoop, then we went in with Orange Crush on the outer V, and then Slice all over the lid. So beautiful. And then I did a purple look the next day, and then like a pinky purple look on the third day. Really enjoyed it. And I know it's Jefree Star and we shouldn't really talk about him on here, but I'm more talking about his makeup. But yeah, I really am glad I've got that in the collection. Then I went in with, I think, this neon green one, Huda Neon Green. Absolutely adore this, guys. So pretty. I think I actually used this before any of those two palettes. Put the Let's Shop My Stash on Patreon, and I needed a bit of time. I wanted like 3 days before it went onto YouTube. I'm not going to put the Shop My Stash on Patreon first this time around, but I might the following 2 weeks. I'm not too sure yet. But that's what the palette looks like. Absolutely stunning. Love all of these topper shades here. It's really gorgeous. Again, I love this more than I thought I would. So with palettes, guys, I'm going to be doing more of a in-depth mini review on them, like from the last couple of months, what I've been using, what I've been loving. So look out for that. And then the last one I used was this Makeup Obsession Crystal Waves palette, and again I really enjoyed using it. Now if you want a great drugstore palette, I would say this is a good one. It's more for the mattes. The mattes are really pretty. Absolutely love this Starfish shade here. It's just really stunning. This silver down here in Glisten is so pigmented, guys. The others though are again, they're just like toppers. But yeah, I really did enjoy using it. And then this Natasha Denona Pastel palette I didn't get to use, unfortunately. I so want to do a look with this dainty shade here, because I think that's the only shade that I've not used in the palette. So that one's going to be staying in, I think it's going to be staying in most of summer. So we've done the palettes. Let's talk lipsticks and put things away that I've used. Right, so I did use this Kevin Aucoin one with the in the Limelight palette. It is really nice. It's a nice orange red, so that one can go back in the collection. Just put it back now, actually. I haven't used this one yet, this Nocturnal Rose by Maybelline, so that one can stay in. I did use this NYX Liquid Suede in Orange County. I think I used that with the in the Limelight palette as well. This one in Velvet Underground by Charlotte Tilbury, I have used that. That one can go back. And I've got another Charlotte Tilbury one in my bag, so I'll put that in the collection as well because I've used that. I'll put this Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee. I don't know why you're not being able to see. So yeah, I'm going to put Queen Bee back as well. I'm also going to put the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade, I think it's Brooklyn Thorn. Yeah, it is. I'll put that back. That always stays in. I didn't use Soft Spoken, so that can stay in as well. I think this one was in from the previous time. It's in the shade Red Carpet. It's one of Revolution's. So yeah, that one can go back. Right, so I want to try this more. It's quite new to the collection. It's Sleek Matte Me in the shade Rioja Red. So I want to keep that one in. So let's do that. This Maybelline Lifter Gloss, I know I like it, so that one can go back. That's in the shade Petal. I've got this on today, this Model Zone. It's in the shade Ruby Red. Absolutely stunning. So that one can go back. And I think that's it for lipsticks. So we need to pull some more out. Right, let's do base products, guys. Let's talk to you about that. Oh no, I've missed a palette. So I pulled this out and I didn't realise it, but it was a chopping block palette. Right, so I'm back. It's several hours later at this point, but we were speaking about this before I really got cut off. So this e.l.f. Mint to Be Quad is okay. I can get it to work with this e.l.f. Mint Melt No Budge eyeshadow stick. This shade is Mint For You. So I'm going to keep the stick, but I'm going to pass this on. I've got the Colourpop Mint To Be palette anyway, and I feel like that works better for me than this, so this is going to go to my niece most probably. So I'll pass that on and I'll keep the shadow stick. I'll just put the shadow stick away in my liner pot. And then we was going to talk about base products next, so let me just tilt you up. Okay, so let's talk about powders. The majority of these are going back. Right, so this is obviously my eyeshadow base. I'm gonna tilt you back down. So my eyeshadow base stays in. So we don't need to talk about that. It's kind of in Project Pan. I did use this a few times, this Max Factor Miracle Veil. Not 100% sure on what I think of it yet. I don't think I want to keep it out. Right, so it's quite dark, but it blends into the skin, and then it kind of has a bit of glitter in, but it doesn't really show up on the skin. I mean, you can see it there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can definitely see it there. Anyway, we'll put it back in the collection until I want to use it next time. I'm also going to put this away as well. just because I'm panning one. This was in Project Pan, this collection sheer loose powder, but I've pulled the stopper out of the Too Faced one, so it's on its last leg, guys. I mean, there's quite a bit of powder in it still. Let's see if we can tilt it. There's quite a bit of powder in it still, but there's not that much. I mean, I only use a bit of powder. I feel like in the next month that can be completely out of the collection for good. So let's just focus on this one powder. Put those other two powders back. Where they're going, I'm not 100% sure. Right. So, bronzer is this one. I've been using this so much. I only pulled that out like as my cream bronzer last. It's not even been a fortnight. Well, I guess it has, because the video went up on Patreon a few days. So for the last fortnight, I've been using this consistently as my cream bronzer. I don't know whether to do that again or to pull another one to use for a week, a different one. We'll see. Then we've got this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. That's the only poreless primer I've got, and as you can see, we're doing really well on that as well. Can you see or not? So there is that. So that's going to stay in. Right, this foundation, guys, this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in Soft Ivory, there's literally not much left. Get one more use or a couple more uses out of it, but then it'll be out of the collection, and we'll bring one of the dewy versions in, because I've got two of the dewy versions and I'd like to use one up really. I also use the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Foundation, and it's in the shade Porcelain, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 010 Light Porcelain, and there's a window there. I don't know if you can see that either, but there's a window there. That can go back in the collection. Let's put that back. We also used this Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. Part of me wants to keep this out, you know, because it's got SPF 50 in it. Right, let's keep it out. It's in the shade Fair Porcelain 095. It smells heavily of sunscreen, but I can get on board with this because it just smells of sunscreen. Where that Physicians Formula bronzer, that smells of sunscreen and also coconut. Where is it? This one. Butter bronzer. I don't really like that much because it's got the coconut mixed in with the sunscreen. I think that's why. So we'll keep that in. And what I will take out is this. So this is the 17 Glow Is Everything CC cream. To be used as a CC cream, I don't like it, guys. I will be honest with you about it. It's very inexpensive. It's only £4. But yeah, I only like it as a mixer, so we'll put that back. Is that it? Because they're all brushes. Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. Right, so let's pull a new primer and a new foundation in then. So I know there's a new foundation that I want to try in here. Just finding it. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that Maybelline one out and I'm going to bring the Misha one in, because that's got an SPF 42 in it as well. And this one is in number 13. I don't know if that's the lightest shade you can get, but it's the shade I've got. Oh. Don't even know where that's going to fit though. Let's just put it there for now. We'll put this one back. Don't say I've lost that Fenty foundation that I won in a giveaway. Oh, it's here, hiding. Can't hide away from me. I want to try this. I've tried it once and I really like the way it looked on my skin. So yeah, I want to try this. And I also want that Misha one, and I think that'll be enough because we've still got the Wet n Wild one. I might have to pull a mixer for that Wet n Wild one because it's a little bit dark for me. Normally to mix I use this Body Collection one. This one is the Illuminating Liquid Foundation, light to medium buildable coverage, and it is in the shade Porcelain. The different shades I've got in foundations is unreal, and they're all supposed to be light, you know, like porcelain. I've not tried this for a while, this concealer. I'm using one at the moment. I'll show you that in a second. I am using one at the moment, but it's nearly done. We're nearly done with it, so then I think I'll bring that in. Right, so for primers, so for brightening primers, I don't have too many. Let's see what we've got. I've not used this one in such a long time, but I put a bit in a pot somewhere. Let's see if I can find the pot before I start using that. Right, is it in this drawer? And the reason I did that is because it doesn't seem to be here. The reason I put it in the pot is because it doesn't pump out of the pump anymore. Right, I need to find that. I won't obviously pull that this time, but when I find it, if I find it whilst I'm going through the Shop My Stash, then I'll show you. So we'll need to pull out a different primer. There's not really much at all in here. So we've got this primer here. There's the Becca one, but I've used that recently. I've also used this one recently. This Beam Dream. I think I'll put that back. Right, let's bring out the collection one. I don't even know, I can't even see my Glossier one. It's a hot mess really the way I've organised it, but I've got primers, concealers and foundations together. Actually, let's bring the Revolution Glass Skin Primer in. I don't know where the hell my Glossier one is. How very bizarre. Concealer. Yeah, it's definitely not in here. Right, so I don't know where that Glossier one is, but I need to find it. I don't think it's on top of here. So yeah, I don't know what's gone on there. It's not like me at all to lose something like that. Right, so we're just going to use this one anyway. It's quite like, it's really, really dewy. It's just a dupe of the Glossier one. So I don't know where I'm going to put that either, but we'll find a place for it. Right, we need to go through the drawers now. So we'll put this Laura Geller Spackle Hydrating Under Makeup primer back. Right, I want to put this Flower blush bomb back because I've got a new one that I want to use for the upcoming fortnight. So we'll put that back. I think I'm going to keep this one in. It's the Revolution. Actually, no, we'll put it back. It is the Revolution Super Dewy Fake the Flush. So we'll put that back. We'll also put this back. I've had it out now about a month, I think. So it's a Wet n Wild Mega Glow makeup stick in the shade When the Nude Strikes. That one can go back. I'm loving this, so I'm going to keep this one in to use alternately with the Revolution Glass Primer. I don't really have an opinion on this one. I've only used it once, so I'll keep that one in. It's the Lord and Berry Blush Crayon Stick. Now, I don't put it onto the cheeks like that because it would just wipe all your makeup off. What I normally do is I put it on my hand and then I'll get a brush and like do that kind of thing and then put it on my cheeks that way. That's it for that. Right, so that's the concealer. That's almost gone. It literally is here, guys. So that's that. Right, so I did a look and I used this Avon Glimmer Stick. So we'll talk about that. I've not filmed it, but we'll talk about it, and I've not taken pictures. I used my Too Faced Chocolate Bar. I used the Salted Caramel shade and the darker brown that's in the palette, and I used this. This was the main attraction. So this is the Urban Decay Solstice. It is so pretty, guys, and I hadn't used it in such a long time, so I wanted to use it. I mean, look at that. I mean, they're expensive, these shadows, but they're well worth it. Then we've done a few Colourpop looks. So I did one, I think, with these 3 shades here. So I used Copperfield to basically set my eyeshadow primer. Then I went in with Hanky Panky. And then I used Empire. That was when I did a look with the Titmouse Cosmetics eyeshadow. So they can go back as well because we've used them now. Right, so basically we've got both these in that I'm trying to use up. The Maybelline one I haven't used as much this past fortnight, but I'm going to keep it in there. And then we've got my lip scrub, lip balm, some brow products that I haven't really touched. So that's that drawer done. Right, so there's some things in here that I want to keep in. I think I'm going to bring something else in. I mean, I've done so well with that. You know, it's nearly all done, and I could keep it in for another fortnight and make even more progress, but I want to use something different. So I don't have room for all this makeup, guys. I'm just wondering now where that Glossier Future Chew is. Right, so let's put this one back. This Ciarte and Olivia Palermo. I've been using the blush more than the bronzer. I did use the bronzer once or twice as well. So let's put that back. Let's put this Becca, Chloe and Malika palette back. Really, really like this. And if I go in lightly, I can get away with this bronzer here. Really, really love the blushes. I didn't use the highlighter though. It's just too dark for me. Can you see how golden it is? So I didn't use that. Right, we'll also put this one away. This Huda Beauty highlighter palette. I've been asked by a few people what my thoughts are on it, and it's a nice palette, packaging goals, but the actual highlighters, guys, for high end, they're not good, I don't think. I mean, if you like a creamy highlighter, then I'd say pass on it if they still do it even. That's 2 of the highlighters there, and they're just powdery. I mean, if you blend them out, they look really, really nice. But the ones I've just swatched is that one and that one. Shall I show you on the hand? Sorry. It's those 2 shades there. I mean, like I said, they do look nice when you blend them out, and I'm not getting rid of it. It's just, there's better highlighters out there. Right, so I have used this a couple of times. Let's put her back. It's the Flower Beauty in the shade Sweet Pea. I did use this once as well. So this one is in 10 Befitting. Really, really nice. I want to keep Clinique in because why wouldn't I? She is so pretty. And guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I have done so well. I mean, the print's coming off anyway, but the dome of it is really going down as well. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I've done so well with that. I want to keep that in. I also want to keep this Tower 28 in. I think it's going to be kept in most of summer. I really do like it. It's in the shade Golden Hour. It's one of the Beach Please blushers. These highlighters can go back though. Really enjoyed these. It's the MUA Shimmer Highlight Powder. That's Pearlescent Sheen. That's the one with a blue shift. And then this one is Peach Diamond, which is the one with a peach shift, I guess. So they can go back. I didn't really use this that much, this Beauty Bay one in the shade Coral, so I guess that's staying in. But the problem is, if I keep this in, if I keep the Clinique one in, I'm going to gravitate towards that over the Beauty Bay one. So I've got to think now, what do I want to keep in? I think the Clinique one over the Beauty Bay one. So let's take the Beauty Bay one out and we'll pull that in another time. So this stays in all the time. I'm working on this. And with this as well, you can definitely see a dip here. So yeah, that's going well. We'll put the Natasha Denona Bronzing Glow back. Really enjoyed using that. I just used the bronzer part of it though. I'm not much keen on the highlighter part of it. Right, so Patrick Tar isn't going anywhere. I think this one will be in all summer as well. It's absolutely stunning. You can't really get an appreciation of it. Now you can. It's absolutely gorgeous. This shade is in Do We Know Her? So that's that one. This Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzing Glow stays in because it's Project Pan. Shouldn't really be in this drawer, but you know. And then this Benefit Cookie, guys, I've hit more pan on it. I only had the slightest pan on that. Let's turn the light down again so you can see it. And now I've got a little bit more, so I feel like I want to keep it in for a little bit longer. So that's everything there. Just trying to think, is there anything to put away? I don't think so. I think that all goes in the main collection. We've done everything up there, we've done everything on top there. So now it's just a case of like putting everything back, going through the main collection, and then doing an overview at the end. So let's go and do that. Right guys, so we're going to do palettes first. So I want to pull, I think 4 out. I know it's excessive, and I don't think I'll be doing like 3 days 3 looks with this, but I really want to pull Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde out. I've not used it since I bought it, really, since I did those looks. I didn't use it last summer and it gives me summer vibes every time I look at it, so we'll definitely pull her. I think I'm gonna do like a poll on which Huda Beauty palette you want me to pull next. So we use the Huda Neon Green, so we've got the Huda Neon Orange to use. I've also got this one. This is the Toffee Brown Obsessions. I've not used that yet. Is that it? I know I used the Wild Jaguar. I've used Topaz Obsessions, used Electric Obsessions, used Gemstones Obsessions. Speaking of that, guys, I was in TK Maxx the other day and I saw a perfect one, not a trashed one like mine. The only thing is, somebody had swatched it and there was no plastic there was no box for it, so they wouldn't have sold it to me. I've asked in the past. Oh, there's also this. I've had this ages. Coral Obsessions. Right, so we've got a choice of 3. I'm gonna do a vote. I'm not gonna pull anything. I'm gonna let you guys vote on which one you want me to use. Right, so I do want to pull a Natasha Denona one. That has just been waiting for me to use forever. So this Natasha Denona Gold palette, I'm going to pull that. So I think that's it from here. And then I'll be able to do a least favourite to favourite on my Natasha Denona. But just bear in mind I'm not going to declutter any because I like them all really. The only one I haven't really used is this, but I'm not going to pull that this time. I don't think so anyway. Let's see what else we can pull and then I'll decide whether I want to use that one as well. Right guys, so I want to pull this one. I've not used it yet, I've just swatched it. So it's the Profusion, what's it called? Upbeat Orange. I saw that they did a yellow one of these, but I've never seen it anywhere. So yeah, let me know if you have the yellow one. And then I want to pull something I got for Christmas, which I've been dying to pull for ages, but I've just not. So this lovely Limelight cake palette, I know it's not going to fit into the container that I use, so we'll have to find somewhere for it, but I really do want to use that. I'll just put it on my chair. And then that's the 4 palettes, but I do also want to pull one of these neon ones, and if it goes over the 2 weeks, it goes over the 2 weeks. But like with the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, I don't think I'm going to be doing like multiple looks with it. I think I'm just going to probably do one look with it. I might even do a get ready with me with all my Shop My Stash products and use that palette. So let me know if you think that's a good idea by liking the video, won't you? And I'm more than happy to do that. If you want to see a get ready with me using my Shop My Stash products. So let's put these back. Right, so this drawer is looking so bare at the minute. I don't know if I want to pull anything from here as well for like the palettes. I'll have a think about that. I don't think I do at the moment. So now we're going to go and see what we can pull from these drawers here. So my creams are overflowing, but just before we speak about these and pull from here first, this is new, this little container. Eventually I want like those little containers, like probably in most of the drawers. I feel like it would be really aesthetically pleasing. So I've got quite a few new ones that I want to pull. So this one, I've been looking at this, and I saw it in Superdrug for half price. I think it was £4 and normally they're about £9, so I thought I'd get it. So it's in the shade Nectar. It's a really nice bright orange. So there is that one that I want to use. There's also this Simpsons one. So yeah, it's one of the super dewy ones and it's in the shade Daydream. I think it's Summer of Love Daydream. Yeah, it is. So that's that. Do we stop there or do we pull more? Oh, there's this one. I forgot about this. Definitely that one. Essence Everlasting Blooms Lip and Cheek. So we're going to pull that one as well. I think we might have to stop there though, guys, for the creams. I think they're the only new ones. I mean, I did want to use this one as well. Oops, but maybe we can pull that next week. Sorry, next fortnight, this blush, because when I was kind of doing like the declutter, the blush declutter, I noticed that this was leaking. So yeah, I want one of these over here as well, guys, just to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. Right, so definitely this one we'll pull in. there's a whole story behind this. I did a mini haul and this was in it, but you'll see this video before the mini haul goes up, I think. So this is Disney Classics Dumbo, and there's a whole reason why I kind of brought my no-buy to buy this. It's such a beautiful blush, and also Dumbo, it was my first animated film that I watched growing up. I watched it when I was 6. And the reason I remember that is because I was staying with my auntie at the time. Right, so now I need to get a couple of blushes to go with the creams that we've chosen. So, with this one, I reckon the Patrick Tar powder would go with it, so we don't need to worry too much about that. See, I don't want to pull too many things in, but with this, I'm sure it's, from what I remember, it's kind of like a mauvey tone blush. And I don't have too many of them. I've obviously got that, which I've put back, and that one as well. I want to really use something that I haven't used recently. There's this one. This is quite radiant. That one might work with it. See what else. See, I don't have too many mauve tone blushes. What's this? I'd say that's more peach. No, that's peach. That's, I don't know what that is. It does have like that pinky hue to it, but I don't want that. That one would probably work with it as well. But I feel like I've used this recently. I haven't used the Ciate one in a long time. And that one would work. Whoops, if I don't break it. I think I'll pull the Wet n Wild as well in Mellow Wine. I've not used that in ages. And what's this one? Oh, that's the Sephora one I've got. So, that's kind of everything. The only problem with this little crate is there really isn't much room. I mean, I should take that out of the box really, but I really like this box. But I might have to take it out. Hang on a minute. Right, so as long as I don't buy any more powder blushes, I think I'll be okay. The problem's going to occur when, I've got some powder blushes in the drawer still over there. The problem's going to occur when I put them back, but we're always going to be taking out anyway, so it should be okay. This box though, I'm going to have to put that in the bin. I put the blusher here. It's just so pretty, and I really wanted to keep that box, but I just can't. So yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of that. Highlighters, we've still got so many, haven't we? I don't even know what I want to use, guys. I always struggle with highlighter. I nearly pulled this out last fortnight, so yeah, we'll use that one. Let's use Becca and get an opinion on that. So that one is in the shade Moonstone. Does it want to focus? Yeah, Moonstone. I feel like I want to use Ofra as well. That's a pretty highlighter. Or do I want to pull a palette? Right, we'll see what palettes. I think, yeah, I want to pull my Dior one. So we'll leave it as it is. So we'll just pull the 2 highlighters, the 2 singles, and I'll pull my Dior one. Now, we've got a stack of palettes building up here. These are all palettes that I'd like to give you more of a review on altogether. So we've got quite a few here. I'll be doing a separate video on that. I don't want to put it up like that. It might stop the drawer from opening. Okay, so let's put the blushes over there. It's just face palettes now. That one, the Dior Backstage. I do want to get more use out of my face palettes. This one is a really nice one. But I wouldn't say... I mean, that's quite a mauve tone blush. That's pretty too. If I pull that, I'm going to have to... No, we'll use the singles. I'll pull that another time. Oh, definitely want to try this. This Aesthetica Contour Series cream. So yeah, definitely want to try that. I might try it in the Shop My Stash if you want to see it. The Get Ready With Me version of this. I think that's it. I mean, I want to pull these out soon. These palettes. I've got some really nice ones. So we've got Benefit and Tarte blushes mainly in these. And that one down there. And then these ones are in my deck of Scarlet blushes. So yeah, I definitely want to use them soon. I don't want to overwhelm myself by pulling too much. So I think we're going to leave it there, guys, and put everything away. So this is looking aesthetically pleasing, guys. So I've actually managed to fit the cake palette at the back. I've brought all the palettes, these ones, like I brought all the majority of the palettes into one side of the container. Put the Natasha Denona one in the back there. Right, okay, so we've got Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, Natasha Denona Gold, this Profusion Orange one. We've got the Natasha Denona, but I'll probably not get to it, but if I can, I'll do one look probably off camera, and I'll take pictures and put it into the next Shop My Stash when we do the review. Then we've got the Limelight cake palette there. We've got all my lipsticks here. I'm not going to go through every single one. I've kept this in again just because I want to get more use out of it. So that's that. We've also got this Huda Beauty lipstick, and it always tends to stay in now. I just normally put it here. So if I do want a lipstick that's more on the grungy side, I can have that one. And then we've got my primer, my Chanel bronzer, my W7 Get Set base, Too Faced powder. This really should go in the bin. Yeah, I need to get another one. Let's put that in the bin. So we've got all my brushes here. My Fenty foundation there. What are these? That lipstick can go away. And that needs to be sharpened. Right, so that's better. Right, that's the entire top section. It's not looking too bad. Drawers. Wow, that top one's looking empty, isn't it? Compared to usual. And then... And that, guys, is my Shop My Stash. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. And I'm going to do a poll on that anyway, so you can just vote via that. I really do appreciate you watching today. Thank you ever so much. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.